Okay, so we talked about nouns and verbs, right? So there are words that tell us about nouns, okay? Like if I said, this is a brown bottle, water bottle, right? Okay. This is a silver phone. It's kind of blue, but it's kind of silver, okay? This is a, what kind of book is this? This is your math book, yeah? Okay. This is, what color? Blue. This is blue hand sanitizer. This is stinky hand sanitizer. Okay. This is lovely artwork. Okay, so these words that I'm using to tell about the names are called adjectives. But first, what does the word what does this word mean? Add. Does it mean? It means to add, right? To make, to put on top. So if I say to you, I want a cheeseburger, add a tomato, that means I'm going to put more tomato, right? Or I'm going to put more lettuce. I'm adding, I'm putting more on something. Yes? Is that correct? Right, okay. Sometimes we have a plus sign, that means add, it means plus. Okay, so if I have 2 and I want to add 3, it means I want to look at 3 more times. I want to add 3 numbers, 1, 2, and 3, right? So 2 plus 3 is 5, correct? Okay, so add means to add something. Yes? Means to add, to put something more. Okay, so an adjective then has that beginning word add in it, but it's adjective. And we said that a noun is a name. This word adjective. Okay, we said that noun is a name. And a name is usually a thing, a person, or place. And that is usually called an object or a subject. Okay? Object usually means a thing or a place. Okay? The subject means usually the person or the place. It depends. Okay? So add to the person, place, or thing. Add to the subject. Add to the object. You add. So if you have a blue book or a math book or a sweet popsicle, okay, these are adding to the noun. They make it more beautiful. They make it more colorful. So these are words that you add to nouns to make it sound interesting. Okay, so adjectives. So adjectives add to the noun. They add to the noun. And the noun is a name. Okay, so the adjective adds to the noun. Add. I'm going to put a little plus sign there. Adjective adds to the noun. Okay, so I told you, add means to put something on, right? So now we also have, see if this thing is working very well. We also have an adverb. So if an adjective adds to the noun, an adverb. What do you think an adverb adds to? Adverb. What do you think an adverb adds to? Right, the verb. Okay, so an adverb adds to the verb. The adverb adds to the verb. Miss Marissa, what are you talking about? How can you add to a verb? Okay, so let's say, let me erase this. So we have an adjective adds to the noun, an adverb adds to the verb. Okay, so I'm going to erase this a little bit here. Okay, if I said, we're going to come back to it because I want to move with something. I said, Marissa, Miss Marissa comes to school early. Okay. Let me get another color. No, I don't have any space. Okay. Okay, Miss Marissa comes to school early. Miss Marissa comes to school early. Miss Marissa is a person. Miss Marissa is a name of a person, right? Am I Miss Marissa? Right. So my nouns in this sentence are what? What are my person, places, how do I do this? Person, places, or things. What's one noun? Yes, Miss Marissa. So I'm going to circle Miss Marissa. Miss Marissa is one noun. Can you think of another noun in here? Miss Marissa comes to school early. Right, school. Very good. So circle school. Because school is the name of a place. Very good. Okay. Now, I will use green. Where's my verb? Where's my action? Because we talked about a verb and it's an action, right? Is it comes to or early? Comes, right? We're coming, we're coming. Come on, let's go, class. Okay, miss, we're coming. Comes, yes? Okay, so comes is my verb. I'll put one line under that. Okay, so comes is my verb, right? Miss Marissa comes to school early. Okay, so now what we're going to talk about is how can I make, how can I make this more exciting? Actually, I want to just say Miss Marissa comes to school. Okay, I'm going to change that. I will take early out. Miss Marissa comes to school. Okay, so remember we talked about the adjective. What word or words can we add to the nouns? Because adjective adds to the noun, right? Okay, so how can we describe Miss Marissa? What word would you like to put before Miss Marissa? Mean Miss Marissa? Am I mean? Ugh. Am I sweet? Am I kind? Am I pretty? How do you want to describe me? Zombie? Oh, thanks a lot, Turkey. Thanks a lot, Hashem. I'm a zombie now, huh? Okay, so you can say Miss Marissa. You can say, how about we say sweet, happy Miss Marissa? Happy Miss Marissa. Happy Miss Marissa. Happy Miss Marissa comes to our school. The big school? Okay, comes to the big school. Comes to the big school. Okay, comes to the big school. Okay, now adverbs ask different questions about the verb. Ask questions. And we talked about adverbs adding to the verb, right? Okay, so an adverb usually asks the questions how a verb acts. It's how. How are you? Like this, okay? Asks where. Action is where, okay? Or when. What time? Okay? All right. So how, where, and when. So how can I say Miss Marissa comes to, happy Miss Marissa comes to the big school? How should I come to school? Yes, that's the early. You're right. Very good. So I would say I come to school early. That would answer the question of when. Answers the question of when. Okay. What if answers the question of when? Early. What if I want to answer the question of where? Happy Miss Marissa comes to the big school. No, it's hard with where, isn't it? What about when? That's when. What about how? Happy Miss Marissa comes to this big school quickly? Yes, this is how. Okay, I can say quickly. I come to the school quickly. Quickly. Actually, no, I will make it in black. Okay, quickly. Quickly. Okay, quickly. Okay. So Miss Marissa comes to the school quickly. How does she come? She comes quickly. Happy Miss Marissa comes to the big school quickly. How does she come to the school? She comes quickly, right? I could walk slowly, or I could come quickly, or I could come happily. But how? How do I come to the school? All right, so now you have your adjective happy. This is adding to the name. You have the big is adding to school. And how Miss Marissa comes, remember, because an adverb asks how, where, or when. How do I come to school? I come to school quickly. Does that make sense? Okay, so today we talked about nouns, we talked about verbs, we talked about adjectives, and we talked about adverbs. Quickly, I want you to tell me quickly, you see how I use adverb there? I want you to tell me quickly, what is a noun? Very good, it's a name. What's a verb? Action, very good. Some of you do have your thinking caps on. I'm happy to see that. What's an adverb? It adds to the verb. Very good. And what's an adjective? It adds to the noun. You're right, okay? And this is a hard one. See if you can tell me, all right? What questions does an adverb ask about the verb? Wow, how? Very good. What's another thing? Early, right? Early is when, very good. Okay, and where? So where, how, and when. All right. So these are things about adverbs and adjectives that I wanted to teach you. And sometimes we just don't have enough time in school that I wanted to make sure you understand. Okay. So yeah, so that's it for today, guys. I will see you tomorrow. All right. Remember, we have a spelling test, a spelling dictation tomorrow. So study the video that I sent you before with me doing this, the sight word thing or the spelling word thing. We will also practice our spelling words with your whiteboards. We're gonna get them out. Woo! Can't wait. Okay. And then what else are we going to do? Yes, we're going to read our story and finish our page in our workbook. And about the dragon that we talked about today, about the Chinese dragon. And I think that's it. In English, we're going to practice a lot for our spelling. And then the second period of English, you're going to have your dictation. And I've already talked to Mommy and Daddy about your dictation. All you have to do is spell the words. It's not difficult. This is not a big test. It's just a small test, very small test. Small test, okay? So I think that's it, guys. So if you don't have any questions for me, I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye. Miss Martha says bye. Have a good night. Bye.